What's up, Cowboys Nation? Ever wonder what it takes to turn a heated sideline moment into Super Bowl magic? Well, buckle up, because CeeDee Lamb just gave us a masterclass in transforming drama into dominance. You won't believe how one fiery exchange with Dak Prescott lit the fuse for Dallas's explosive season. Stick around as we break down the moment that has the whole NFL buzzing and might just be the key to the Cowboys' championship dreams. This is the story Jerry Jones calls the heart of a champion, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a diehard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. We're diving into some juicy NFL drama that's been making waves across the league. We're talking about the recent heated exchange between Dallas Cowboys star receiver CeeDee Lamb and quarterback Dak Prescott during their nail-biting victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. But don't worry, folks. This story has more twists and turns than a roller coaster, and we're here to break it all down for you. Let's set the scene. It was a crisp Sunday afternoon at a T&T stadium, the air thick with tension as the Cowboys faced off against the Steelers in a game that had playoff implications written all over it. The crowd was electric. The players were fired up, and little did we know, we were about to witness a moment that would have the sports world buzzing for days to come. Now, if you've been following the Cowboys this season, you know that CeeDee Lamb has been absolutely lighting it up. The third-year receiver has been putting up numbers that would make even the most seasoned veterans green with envy. We're talking acrobatic catches, clutch plays, and enough highlight reel moments to fill a season's worth of SportsCenter Top 10s. But even the brightest stars can have their moments of frustration, and that's exactly what we saw unfold in the third quarter of this high-stakes matchup. Picture this. The Cowboys are driving down the field, the score tied at 17-all. The tension in the stadium is palpable. You could cut it with a knife. Dak drops back to pass, scans the field, and fires a bullet towards Lamb on a crucial third down play. Only problem? The ball sails just out of Lamb's reach. Incomplete pass. Drive stalled. And that's when things got interesting, folks. As the cameras panned to the sidelines, we saw CeeDee Lamb approaching Dak Prescott with a fire in his eyes that could melt steel. The two engaged in what can only be described as a heated exchange. Lamb was gesticulating wildly, his face a mask of frustration, while Dak seemed to be trying to calm the situation. But let me tell you, viewers, this was no ordinary sideline conversation. Social media exploded. Twitter feeds were flooded with clips of the exchange, each pundit and armchair quarterback offering their own take on what was being said. Some claimed it was the beginning of the end for the dynamic duo. Others insisted it was just the passion of the game boiling over. But as always, the truth lay somewhere in the middle. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another day, another NFL drama, right? But hold on to your hats, because this story is far from over. In fact, it's just getting started. Fast forward to the post-game press conference. The air was thick with anticipation as reporters waited to pounce on any morsel of information about the sideline spat. And boy, did CeeDee Lamb deliver. But not in the way anyone expected. With cameras flashing and microphones thrust in his face, Lamb took a deep breath and said something that would send shockwaves through the NFL community. "Look," he began, his voice steady and clear. "What you saw out there, that wasn't about anger or frustration. That was about hunger. That was about two competitors pushing each other to be better." The room fell silent. You could hear a pin drop as every reporter in the room furiously scribbled notes or tapped away on their phones. Lamb continued, "Dak is my quarterback. He's our leader. And sometimes, leaders need to be challenged. That's what great teams do. We push each other, we demand excellence from one another, and at the end of the day, we come out stronger for it. And just like that, with a few carefully chosen words, CeeDee Lamb had flipped the script. What had seemed like a potential rift in the Cowboys' offensive powerhouse was suddenly reframed as a testament to their competitive spirit and desire for greatness. But here's where it gets really interesting, folks. As the days passed and the dust began to settle, more details emerged about what really went down on that sideline. Sources close to the team revealed that Lamb wasn't just venting frustration over a missed pass. He was actually challenging Dak to take more risks, to trust in his receiver's abilities to make the big plays when it mattered most. It was a bold move from a young player, but one that spoke volumes about the kind of competitor CeeDee Lamb is. This wasn't a receiver demanding more targets or complaining about his role in the offense. This was a playmaker pushing his quarterback to elevate the entire team's performance. And you know what? It worked. In the fourth quarter of that very same game, we saw a different Dak Prescott. He was slinging the ball with renewed confidence, taking shots downfield that he might have second-guessed earlier in the game, and who was on the receiving end of a game-winning touchdown pass with just seconds left on the clock. You guessed it, CeeDee Lamb. As Lamb crossed the goal line, securing the victory for Dallas, the first person to meet him in celebration was none other than Dak Prescott. The two embraced, all traces of their earlier confrontation erased by the thrill of victory and the vindication of their shared competitive spirit. In the days that followed, the NFL world couldn't stop talking about the Lamb-Prescott dynamic. Former players weighed in, praising Lamb for his leadership and Prescott for his willingness to be challenged. Coaches around the league pointed to the incident as an example of the kind of healthy competition that breeds success. But perhaps the most telling response came from Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. Known for his colorful commentary and unwavering support of his players, Jones didn't mince words when asked about the sideline exchange. "What I saw out there," he drawled, his trademark grin spreading across his face, "was the heart of a champion. Two of them, actually. That's the kind of fire that wins Super Bowls, mark my words." And you know what, folks? Now, they were being hailed as legitimate Super Bowl contenders, a team with the skill and the mental toughness to go all the way. And at the center of it all were CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, the duo whose heated exchange had transformed from a potential controversy into a defining moment for the franchise. So, what's the takeaway from all this, sports fans? It's simple sometimes. Greatness requires a little friction. Sometimes, the path to success isn't smooth sailing and pats on the back. Sometimes, it takes a bold voice willing to challenge the status quo, to demand more, to push beyond comfort zones. CeeDee Lamb's message to Dak Prescott that day wasn't just about one incomplete pass or one stalled drive. It was a statement about what it means to be a champion, about the relentless pursuit of excellence that separates good teams from great ones. As we look ahead to the rest of the NFL season, one thing is clear: the Cowboys are a team to watch. Not just for their on-field performance, but for the intangibles, the fire, the passion, and the competitive spirit that CeeDee Lamb so perfectly embodied in that crucial moment. So, the next time you see a sideline exchange between teammates, don't be so quick to assume it's a sign of trouble. It might just be the spark that ignites a championship run.